Namaskara. Welcome to Ahara Arogya Adhyatma, the light of Samskara. Today we have Dr. Parimala Devi, a very popular and a renowned gynecologist, obstetrician, and the world record holder in screening the cervical cancer. And she has got the Guinness World Record in that. She's a robotic surgeon as well as, she is a renowned TV show and the anchor and everything. And she was the first one to interview me almost 30 years back. And then, now it's my pleasure to welcome her to my show. Welcome, Parimala Devi.
Thank you, madam. Thank you, madam, and my respectful pronouns to you. One character, what I have to learn from you is that gratitude. What I did, some small act of interviewing you long back. In that, actually, I was also very proud that to interview you. But you still remember that they say that in the some of these motivation speakers or some big people in this one, the sadhakaru antivala, they will usually tell gratitude is the hallmark of great culture. That I have to really noticed, and I have always learned.
When you talk about the culture, I have to tell you, in the 3rd century, in the Roman Empire, the emperor was not giving permission to get married, so illegally they were loving each other, and many couple were there. And that time Saint Valentine, he came out to help these people who were called as the illegal marriage or something. He wanted to show the love and affection to these so-called illegal those days. But today it has become like a wildfire, and everyone thinks that it is a fashion to go and give the red rose and say I love you. And then they want to get engaged on that day, they want to get married on February 14th. But now what is more important is they may love, they may get married, but afterwards if one of the partners gets the cancer and dies, it's a tragedy for the love affair. And that is the reason what we say is let the Valentine be there, but don't forget the vaccine. So please tell us this Cancer Prevention Day, the week, and from when to when it is, and what is the importance of this vaccine?
Yes. Rightly, we have taken the topic, madam, and your introduction is so good. The Valentine's Day was celebrated start from the Roman Catholic era, actually, because they, as you said, just to put the people into the one affection and bond. But nowadays it has been misused because of the living relations, premarital sexual act, everything. And but today, especially, I have chosen, or I had requested you to highlight about it, because of the Valentine, there can be some infection transmitted between the couples also, between the boy and the girl also, in their ignorance. So let us tell them in one caption, Valentine's you celebrate. Valentine's next. What is first? First is vaccination. So vaccination is what? Human papilloma virus vaccination. There are many vaccinations available from the childhood to till the college, the tetanus toxoid, that this. But this vaccination, which is going on since nearly a decade, has been asked people to take, especially girls and boys, but nobody is coming forward because they don't know the brunt of this virus on the cervix. You know that especially in women, the cervical part which is there within the uterus, this is the uterus picture, usually that will be affected in the sexual act or also in the delivery. Through the injuries here, the virus which enters will usually make lot of insults on the cervix, can give rise to, not all the people, but there is a percentage. This virus only is causing the cervical cancer, and also it is giving the oral cancer, anal cancer, and penile cancer in the man. So this virus, by making it like non-live, the live attenuated virus particles are taken and vaccine is prepared. That vaccine, if it is given at the right age, 9 to 14 in girls, 14 to 26 in girls, and again for boys also after 18. But by giving this vaccine, what is the use is, it produces lot of spurt of these antibodies in girl's body before she gets into the sexual act. That's after 17, 18, whatever the age. That time this is going to make this virus very helpless, and that cancer changes will be prevented up to 90%. But our people are not accepting it, and they are unnecessarily taking the liberty of their independence, and they get into a lot of troubles. And we have brought this vaccine even in the camps and even in Rotary and so many places to give this vaccine. But usually what they say, we can take it afterwards. We are not having any problem. Unless you have problem only you should come now. This is a prevention. As a
Yes,
prevention cancer
yes, yes.
specialist, I want
See,
to take this.
after getting the cancer, going for the treatment, the surgery, radiation, chemotherapy,
Yes,
not only expensive, it is very, very, sorrowful, and it is a miserable thing. So
yes,
what we
yes,
want these lovers to have a very happy, healthy life. And that's why for prevention, the vaccine is
yes.
the must. Yeah,
Much.
I agree
And
with you.
this vaccine, that's what we are alerting the young people, because in Valentine's, who are all are involved? Even though I can call my madam as my Valentine because I love you so much. I may be your Valentine, my father may be my Valentine, my mother may be my Valentine. It is just that we love them so much, but it is usually taken by young people who are more prone for this infection in their liberty of taking the affection and interchanging the love, this one by a sexual act. That time, because of the body secretions are exchanged between the two genders, then these viruses can cause some warts also in the man. And these warts will have virus that can be transmitted to the girl, or in the couples from the husband to the wife. So there are a lot of chances of virus again and again coming into their body. When there is
Yes.
a persistence of this virus coming again, with one act also there are cancer reported, but with persistence, with again and again the repeated act, this virus can go and do a lot of harm. And there are percentage like 22 for 1 lakh women, the cancer cervix is there, and there are 75,000 deaths per year. One in
Oh my
five women
God.
now also die because of
Mhm.
cervical cancer, and penile
Mhm.
cancer is 1 in 35, it is reported now. So when
Oh.
such a situation is there, when we have everything to prevent this cervical cancer, because it's
Yes.
100% can be prevented, we should use this. And we both want to convey this message to the people who are all celebrating the Valentine's Day in this whole February. Actually, they don't want to stop it. They will be keeping on celebrating this Valentine's Day. Because prevention of cancer day only 1 day, even half a day it will not be celebrated. But this will go on and go on till March also, sometime International Women's Day and Valentine's Day. I have seen some posters which are getting celebrated. So they should take the best use of this vaccination, and then let them get into go ahead with their Valentines in whatever capacity, whatever thoughts they have. That is my
Yeah,
request.
very, very rightly said. But now my question is, what are the vaccines available and what are their
Yes.
costs? And should it be given only to the girls or boys, or both of them are to
Yes.
be given?
Yes.
And is there only the cutoff of 18 years, or even afterward they can be taken? Please tell
Yes.
us.
Yes. Yes, these vaccines, there are two types available. One is imported vaccine, which is about 3.5 to 4,000 rupees per dose. Usually we require 2 doses or 3 doses, depending on the age. And another one, we should be proudly telling the people who manufactured COVID vaccine have come out and manufactured a human papilloma virus vaccine at a very reasonable cost of 1.5 to 2,000. And they are even giving to the college institutions everywhere in bulk up to 1,200. But still, people are not coming forward. But it should be given, ideally speaking, 9 to 14, 14 to 26 in girls, because that is the time their immunological system will take this vaccine, which is not a live vaccine. I'm again and again telling, so reactions are
It is
not there.
attenuated. It is attenuated.
Attenuated, live attenuated vaccine. Only the DNA protein is taken out and vaccine is prepared. And if at all they miss out from 26 years, then they can be taken, vaccine they can be given up to 45. Only the
Mhm.
efficacy may be 5 or 10% less. That's one thing.
Mhm.
Boys mature their reproductive organs little late, as said, as
Mhm.
literature and scientifically. So 18 years onwards, the boys are given this vaccine. In our country, still WHO is yet to license it openly. But we
Mhm.
are counseling the parents. So when they have a boy also as a child, then we tell them to take. And these
Yes.
days, I am seeing in private center, even the couples are coming. For
Yes.
married couples with one child, there's a very good,
Good.
actually, advancement, we can say. They come and take the vaccine and go. And
Yeah.
usually,
But in Australia,
usually
they are giving to the boys for since so many years, no?
Australia
In
since
Australia,
two
yeah.
decade or 2.5 decade, and they have almost come to the eradication now. We have to take a
Oh,
lot of points from them. Of course, they are wealthy nations, but at
mhm.
least some part we should follow. Even boys are some 1 decade ago only they started to
No,
give for boys.
it is not just the wealth, it is the awareness. Because the
Awareness.
government has allotted crores of rupees for the free vaccination
Yes.
of the school going children. And in spite of that, if they are not taking, it is the mindset or they are not aware of
It's a
it.
pathetic,
So, and that is the
pathetic
reason it
resolutions.
is our duty as doctors to tell the people that this is
Yes.
available and
Yes.
you can prevent the cancer and you can live happily as a married couple. And just Valentine giving the rose is not enough. You have to
Yes.
love the spouse and then see that both of you are free of oral cancer, penile cancer, cervical cancer, as well as the
Anal
anal
cancer.
cancer.
Anal
With
genital
one
cancer.
vaccine, the four cancers can be prevented. So why not take it? And then
Should be
spending
used.
when you're giving thousands of rupees worth the diamond ring
Treatment.
or something, so why not spend 1,500 rupees
Yes.
and prevent the disease and be happy?
Yes.
And that is my thing. What do you say?
Yes, madam. Definitely. A girl was telling that instead of giving the rose, if you can bring the coriander leaves to the kitchen when I cook, that will be much better. So instead of he giving rose, let him give the vaccine. Let him give the vaccine ampule and this one, and let him take
So both of
her
them
to
they share.
the
Yeah,
doctors like
yeah.
you,
Both
and
of them they
we
share.
will give the
Yeah,
vaccine free, pricking charges free from our side. Let them bring
yeah.
the vaccine and get it injected and go and make their life very beautiful and healthy. Because health
Health.
is the first thing. If the
Yes,
health is
health
there,
is wealth.
everything is there.
Is there? Yeah,
Yes.
yes, yes.
So I'm happy,
And if
madam, for
health is lost,
speaking
and
about
if the
this.
health is lost and the life is lost, everything is lost. So remember,
Yes.
you may or may not celebrate Valentine Day, but you must take vaccine. Whether the boy or the girl, it has
Yes.
to be given to both of them before they start the sexual activity or the sexual
Yes.
life. And that is a must.
Yes.
So thank you very much, Parimala
Yes.
Devi. So
Thank you, madam.
beautifully,
Thanks for the
so
opportunity.
nicely you have explained. And your concern for the society and the younger generation, the Gen Zs should listen to Parimala Devi and change their attitude and lead a beautiful life. Yes, thank you.